Welcome back to another episode on Down the Hole Conspiracies, where we react to crazy phenomenons and bizarre conspiracies. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and tap the like, follow us, subscribe, and let's get to it.
In a video posted by Terrores Nocturne, we can see what appears to be a deer trying to cross a highway. This is until this happens. Check this out. If you pay close attention, you can see what appears to be the deer actually crossing from one side to the other, but in a very peculiar way. Watch closely and you see that it appears as if the deer...
Did that deer just turn into a spirit? I think that deer just turned into a spirit. It just teleported.
Deer actually was able to go through the road barrier. Now, of course, there's a really good chance that this is just a camera illusion due to the fact that it's
I don't know about
dusk.
that.
But taking into consideration that loads of people actually captured something like this on camera, I'm not too sure.
Oh yeah, that one just came out of nowhere.
What's your take? Could it be that these animals actually glitched somehow, or is it maybe something else entirely? As humans, we have long been fascinated by the unknown and the mysterious, especially when it comes to creatures of the forest. In many cultures and tribes around the world, the belief in elves, gnomes, and other mystical creatures is not just a myth, but a very real and integral part of their daily lives. These creatures are said to possess some sort of magical power, and in the Western world, these magical powers are considered just a bad time story. However, some experts debate that maybe these beings actually exist, and if they do, they would have to somehow come from some sort of other dimension, a whole different world intertwined with ours.
Vean, muchachos, vean, los que no creen en los duendes, vean. Vean un duende, vean. Un duende, me acaba de aparecer acá en la Gran Colombiana. Ahí fue.
It is believed by some experts and researchers that there are at least 11 dimensions that have been already mapped.
Parece que a falha da Matrix ainda continua por aqui. Botar outro pé. Olha ali o reflexo, como é que pode? É o espelho comum, gente, ó.
So if half of this is true, it would help explain several different myths and certain videos, like this one that you're about to watch. An Instagram personality by the name of Ava Fav lives in Sonora, Mexico, and in one certain day she captured something quite chilling on her CCTV camera in her own garage. As you can see in the video, a boy seems to be walking on the sidewalk very close to her garage. And all of a sudden, he appears to crouch under the house and somehow disappears completely. At the time, it left many internet users completely baffled, and many users also thinking that this could be just a fake, a prank, or something like that. There has to be an explanation.
Looks like he just laid down to me.
However, in a second video, Ava shows her neighbor's CCTV camera from the same day and the same moment. And in the video, there's absolutely no one around. So it kind of doesn't make sense, because in her camera, her dogs were actually reacting to the boy. Not only that, in this second video, she goes outside and explains that there's no sewer shaft or nothing like that, just next to her house where the boy crouched and simply vanished.
Como les decía anoche, este es el cristal de la puerta que de día se ve para
I mean, technically, there's a little small wall there he could have laid down, you know?
afuera. Yo estaba aquí parada cuando vi al niño caerse. Y esa es la parte donde el niño desaparece, se deja de ver, como le quieran decir. Me están preguntando que si de casualidad no hay algo ahí. Pues no, chamacos, que va a haber una puerta, o sea, un portón, un portal. No sé, pues, o sea, no hay nada aquí, pues no hay nada.
So what exactly is going on here? Is this some sort of edit, a fake CGI, or maybe is it the real deal and maybe Ava captured something completely out of this world on camera?
Or maybe he just laid down.
All I do is post videos like this, and this. The crazy part is I don't even film any of.
Now let's just take into consideration for a brief moment the sheer number of CCTV cameras spread throughout the world, probably millions of them. And let's also take into consideration the possibility that maybe we're living in some sort of simulation, and maybe sometimes it glitches. That would mean that there are possibly hundreds of videos just like this one that we just watched. And I guess there are. And one of the most interesting ones, in my opinion, was recorded by Matthew Alvarez, who was working the overnight shift at a medium-sized hotel. And he all of a sudden notices this man just walking in and freezing in position. This is what Matthew recorded. Check this out.
I think this guy froze. Literally.
Is the camera frozen?
What the?
As soon as Matthew began recording this bizarre event, notice this woman in the camera below. She's approaching the hotel. Now things are gonna get weirder. Check this out.
Yeah, he is literally there. It's not the camera that's frozen, it's him. There he is. This dude is still. What the f?
According to an email that Matthew sent to me, he writes, I thought it was a camera defect, but I went outside to check and he was just there, frozen. I went back into the office and started filming. And what boggled my mind is that those doors are supposed to remain open if there's someone there just like he was. And they just closed behind him as if there was no presence at all. He also stayed there for quite a while like that. And I was very confused. As soon as the lady walks into frame, you can see the doors open. And those specific doors won't open at that distance either. So everything that happened in that particular moment was super weird.
Oh,
In your opinion, how do we explain this situation?
Yeah, that was
It's not just
definitely
the
a
man that
glitch.
froze that makes things weird. The electronic door should have somehow detected him. And not only that, it's as if the man actually knew that there was someone approaching from a distance. What is going on in this video?
Yeah, he glitched out. Huh.
Certain cultures and martial arts, it is believed that humans can actually bend water or air. Now, even though there is little to no proof of something like this, water bending is based on the Tai Chi martial art, an elegant and flowing style that is in constant motion. And at varying levels of skill, a waterbender can actually manipulate, freeze, unfreeze, and sharpen the water around them, making them a force to be reckoned with. Now, in most cases, water bending can be simply explained by static electricity.
Opposite charges attract.
In other words, there's a really good explanation for such a phenomena. However, there are videos out there and actually stories of people who are supposedly able to fully bend water without using static electricity, which in other words would be maybe considered as a glitch in the simulation or a form of manipulating reality somehow. In this next video that you're about to watch, uploaded by Redeemed777, you'll see what appears to be a tribe in Africa doing some sort of ritual. And if you watch closely, something strange and completely unexplained happens to the river water. Check this out.
What's she doing? What? Bruh, it's completely gone.
In a matter of minutes, the water completely disappears, and at first I thought that this could actually be some sort
What?
of natural phenomena, a low tide or something like that. However, if you watch closely at a certain moment, you can see what appears to be ripples on the surface of the water. From that point on, the water completely disappears rapidly. Whatever it is going on here, it is indeed very strange. Needless to say, the video left the internet completely baffled and divided. While some believe that this is just a coincidence, that somehow they knew the date, time, and exact moment of a low tide, others think that this is maybe the real deal. That maybe it has something to do with a ritual, spirit.
Yeah, that's some kind of ritual, some kind of like that, like he's a voodoo, you know, that's some kind of spiritual magic, some ancient knowledge is what that is.
Spirituality, or maybe even some sort of mysterious way of bending reality. What's your take? What do you think is really going on here? Is it just a
Magic,
coincidence?
voodoo.
Or is it maybe something else entirely? But it doesn't stop there. When it comes to strange things going on underwater, there seems to be lots of them. And I guess that the best explanation for that is the fact that we've only mapped about 10% of the global ocean using sonar
crazy.
technology. So yeah,
Only 10% of our oceans have been explored. That's scary. That's scary. Like, imagine what all's down there. Like, imagine the animals that's not animals, they are animals, like fish or whatever's down there. Animals too. Just imagine how they possibly look. Like, growing in them dark environments. And the pressure down there is so thick. Yeah, that's scary.
there's a lot that we don't know. And on this next video that you're about to watch, something truly unexplainable happens during a live news broadcast in South Florida. The video was captured by Sheila, and this is what she saw that day.
No, I'm not going crazy. Watch. Again. You see that?
Damn, what was that?
Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, most people didn't. If you watch closely to the upper right, you'll see some sort of object that appears to go underwater at a certain point and swoosh away very fast. After the video was posted, it amassed millions of views and thousands of comments, and internet users were simply baffled. Some believe that this is just a green screen glitch.
That's like some kind of technology. Like, you know, they have technology out there that bends the laws, our laws of what we understand, you know. Like aliens and stuff, man. Yeah, they bend the laws of nature, you know, so they don't follow those laws. There's technology out there that we wouldn't know what to do if we had some of that knowledge today. We wouldn't even know where to start.
Some sort, while others think that this could actually be some sort of underwater submerged object. In other words, an underwater UFO. But I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know. It could
What's your
be,
take?
but it's
Do you
like
think this could actually
it moves so fast from one to the other. But like I don't know where they get this. It went underwater. I mean, it could have been a green screen effect, but like I don't know, man. That would have had my mind blown too.
be just a green screen glitch of some sort? Or is it maybe something else entirely that Sheila captured that day?
Because it looked like it was above the water at first. Yeah, that'd be something, some technology where it can just like a gecko, it can just blend in with whatever colors around. It can just like disappear, you know. Them geckos, them green lizards, when they hop up on a green leaf, they turn green. When they're on a brown branch, they're brown. Yeah, some kind of weird technology. Maybe.
When talking about the possibility of living inside of some sort of simulation, one has to consider the possibility of time travel. Now, even though to this day we haven't officially discovered a way to travel back in time in our human body, there are several sci-fi movies and stories of such a thing going on. And in an even creepier possibility, there's a really good chance that at some point in the future, someone has already invented a way to travel back in time. When talking about the possibility of living inside of some sort of simulation, one has to consider the possibility of time travel. Now, even though to this day we haven't officially discovered a way to travel back in time in our human body, there are several sci-fi movies and stories of such a thing going on. And in an even creepier possibility, there's a really good chance that at some point in the future, someone has already invented a way to travel back in time. And if time travel actually exists somewhere in the future, it would theoretically be possible for us to observe such time travelers in our present and past. Now here's where things get really strange. If you start digging around for evidence of time travelers, you'll actually find some videos and pictures that will definitely creep you out.
See, but the pictures, here's the thing with the pictures. Those can just be edited. You know, it's kind of hard to just put a picture in front of somebody's face with all the editing programs that's out today, you know. I mean, they have apps that make me look good in a picture. But seriously, it's hard to trust those. But there was a project they did, when was that? I want to say like the mid-1950s, the Philadelphia experiment. I don't know if any of y'all are, if any of y'all are I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with the Philadelphia experiment, but they supposedly, like a fax machine, they kind of moved this boat from one part of the sea to the other. Like a fax machine. That's wild. That's wild. I can't even get the grips and think about the kind of power and technology they need for that. I don't even know how it's possible.
In a video uploaded by ScoopView on YouTube, you can see a group of people walking just outside of a DuPont factory in Massachusetts. This was 1938, and supposedly at that time people did not have mobile phones. However, in the video, you can clearly see a woman apparently holding what appears to be a cell phone. How is that possible?
Is she holding a cell phone?
Now, if this wasn't already very strange, here's where things get even
I don't know. I thought she just like had her hand up by her ear. Let's see it.
stranger. Researching a bit about the topic, I found out that the name of the woman is Gertrude Jones, and that she supposedly worked for the DuPont factory that you see in the video in the background. And apparently they were testing a wireless communication system. And that would technically explain that maybe she's holding some sort of walkie-talkie or something like that. However, many other internet users also researched the topic and found out that the first military walkie-talkies that were developed in the 1940s, 2 years after this video, were just too big to be the same thing. Not only that,
Right.
no one actually found any documentation that DuPont was experimenting with wireless technology. Nevertheless, the device that she's holding is way too small to be any wireless communication systems for 1938. But it doesn't stop there. In a video from 1928, a Charlie Chaplin video, you can see what appears to be the same thing going on. A person walking, holding apparently a mobile phone. But if you think this is all very strange, it gets even stranger. In the 1995 Mike Tyson fight, we can see also what appears to be a person holding a smartphone. Now this was 1995 and smartphones did not exist at the time, so what is going on here? Apparently there's an explanation, and it could be some sort of digital camera that was very popular at the time. However, if we replay the video several times, you can clearly see it really does look like a smartphone and not some type of camera.
I don't know. It kind of looks a little too big to be a smartphone. I mean, I know they got the Pros and the XLs and the wide screens, but it kind of looked like that middle picture of
I could be
video
wrong.
recorder.
However, in a video posted by Andres Pastrana Arango on the Panama Canal,
Plus,
Monterrey-
what smartphone has a red blinking light? You know, that one had a red blinking light. That's more like I believe that was a video recorder.
in 1999, we can see something similar. A person apparently holds what appears to be an iPad. Now remember, this was 1999. There were no iPads at the time. When the video was first uploaded to YouTube, many internet users were completely baffled by what they were seeing. Some people suggested that this was actually a Sony DSC F55 camera model. Now taking a closer look at this model, it looks a bit different than what the person is actually holding, so I guess this is not it. And internet users apparently agree. The Sony camera model had a smaller screen, and what the person is holding is a full-screen iPad-type device. So whatever is going on here, it is very strange, and also very difficult to prove or disprove that this is indeed time travel. In your opinion, what do you think is going on here, and what's the best time travel evidence that you've ever seen? Well, this is it for today, but we do have more videos. Don't forget to check.
Yeah, I'm not buying that time travel clips. Those were, it's not enough. And then 2 years, the lady with the cell phone, that 2 years later they came out with I don't know, man. I wasn't convinced by that. But if any of y'all were, leave it down in the comments. Also send me some videos that we can view. And till next time, peace. those clips, it just wasn't enough to, it wasn't enough to convince me.